Hi, today we have another video, and this video is about acceptance. And acceptance. When we talk about acceptance, we're talking about, well, one of my favorite little sayings is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And that sounds pretty easy on the surface, accept the things we cannot change. And often the things we cannot change have to do with our past. And we may think we're a victim. If what happened to me happened to you, you'd be mad too. And a lot of times there's things in our past that we have shame, we have guilt, and we have suffering. Accept the things we cannot change. If something really bad has happened to you, if someone has died, if someone's left your life, if you financially, if you've gone bankrupt, if you lost a home to foreclosure, it's easy to beat ourselves up. It's easy to become a victim. But what I'm here to tell you is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I'm not saying you shouldn't mourn over the loss of something. I mean, there is a period of mourning. But, and part of acceptance is losing control. And, you know, I've talked before about what's in the past is in the past. That's I was. What's in the future is in the future. That's I will be. And right now is I am. And all we can control is where our feet are right now. That's all we can control. We can't control other people. We can't control the universe. I mean, there are so many factors involved in the world, in the life, in the universe that affect us. We just can't control everything that's going on around us. And all we can control is our actions right now. That's all we control. Now, what I like about acceptance is that sometimes the things that have happened to us, we can use them to gain compassion for others. And if you went through your life and nothing bad ever happened and you were on this little, perfect life, you're probably going to be pretty shallow. When people talk to you about, man, it was like I had the rug pulled out from under me, or I got chopped off at the knees, or it was like I was hit by a Mack truck. If you've never been through bad things, then, like let's say you've been through experiences and you've accepted them and you moved on. Well, that's part of your path. That's part of who you are. And now, you know what? One of these days you're going to run into somebody and they are going through what you've been through, and you can listen to them and you can have compassion, and you absolutely know what they're going through. So, use life experiences to gain compassion for other people. When you're out there in the world and you run across someone who's been through what you've been through, share with them how you got through it. How did you get from where you were to where you are now? And you can gain wisdom, and you can use any suffering you've been through to gain wisdom, and then to share that experience with another suffering person. Acceptance. Another thing I want to talk about acceptance is accepting that you're not in control. And one of the things you're not in control of is your adult children, or even your children have their own life path. And you need to accept that your children have their own life path. And, you need to give your children a good childhood, but when your children are making life choices, those are their life choices, and we need to accept that. And accept that we are not in control of the universe. Accept things as they are. Accept reality. Accept the reality of today. Accept that you don't know what your future is going to be. Accept that you can't change what's happened in your past. And just remember, I love the Serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And, let's not be victims. Oh, poor me, or, I'm a victim, or it wasn't my fault. Accept that you probably had a part, at least a little bit, in some of the things that have happened to you. And accepting your part in it can help you not be a victim. So think a little bit about acceptance, think a little bit about control, think about your path. You don't need to control your future. You don't need to sometimes we don't accept things because we don't accept that God has a plan for us and we don't always know what it is. God has a plan for our kids and we don't always know what it is. We can be happier if we don't put these expectations and, this is how it's going to be and this is how it's going to be. Sure, there's the law of attraction. If I visualize it hard enough, think of Jodi Arias. Right now she just got found guilty of first-degree murder. I think she was into the law of attraction. She visualized that she was going to no jury would convict her. Well, honey, reality is visualizing what you want doesn't always happen. Anyway, accept the things you cannot change. Use any problems you've had in your past, get over and help other people to gain and help yourself to gain compassion for others. That's it. That's my video for today. Acceptance. Thank you very much. Oh, let me end it here.